What is up, my ducks and drakes? Welcome to the crawdad, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about my extracurriculars at school. And by extracurriculars, I don't really mean clubs in this instance. I mean my HAPA classes. HAPA is our theater and performing arts program at our school. We consist of things like theater, band, choir, tech theater, 2D art, band, but other kind of band. We have like traditional brass band and like what you think of when you think of school band, and then we also have like rock bands and guitar bands, and people do electronic music with electronic keyboards connected to PCs and things. We have about it all, and I wanted to talk about my experience with that throughout the years, and by years I mean 3. I've only been there 3 years technically, so yay. My first performance with them is actually when I first started my YouTube channel, and what is my first vlog is me dancing around backstage in my seahorse costume, but Little Mermaid. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that was my first thing. Like, it was big enough for me not to be alone, but small enough for not to be excluded, if that makes sense. And I loved everything about it. The dance was cute, my costume was adorable, but a little bit hard to go in and out of, especially since I had a very quick change. 2 of them actually. But I also provided gateway to one of my favorite songs now, which is Positupity, which is a song by the seagull, Scuttle, not by him, but sung by him. And everything about that. They told us to go crazy at the end. People because most of them actually did professional theater, not professional, but like theater continuously at the school. They would do something silly or whatever. When they told me to go all out, I flailed. I flailed more than the car noodles in front of car shops, and frankly, no regrets. My next show with them was called The Woman, and not gonna lie, least favorite show ever. The plot was okay enough. It was more so the behind the scenes stuff that got me woked. And of course I was a middle schooler doing a high school play, so not that I wanted to say anything, but it was a student directed play, which means that there was no teachers involved, but to get permission for things for us to do. The tech theater, the directors, they were all students. There was no staff direction in the show, which meant that there were some dumb choices made. So me and my friend August both auditioned, and we got the same role. We weren't understudying for each other, one of us was the understudy. It wasn't like one of us was the backup. We both had the role. There were 4 shows. 2 nights would be mine, 2 nights would be his. One thing to kind of see here is that he uses he, him pronouns. He's a guy, and he was in an all-women's cast, which I find kind of odd, but whatever. Slay. And so we went into this, and there was one other middle schooler, and she got her own role. So the fact that we were sharing was kind of odd to me. They're like, we couldn't pick who to get this role. It's just I would have been fine with you telling me that I couldn't be in the play if it meant that I didn't have to share a role. Because us sharing the role was probably the worst decision they could have ever made. I think that it ruined our relationship for a very long time after that, because of many reasons that I won't get into, but I just didn't like that show at all. I gave it a 1 out of 10. The only reason it's getting 1 star is because there was this fight scene, and it was so funny, and I loved it, and it was the best thing ever, and it's the fight scene that's holding it up. Now, my first musical, when I actually joined high school and was officially a part of the program, was The Wizard of Oz. Originally, as a freshman should, I was just ensemble. But then, a week before the show, I got a character. The character was Nico, which is the main flying monkey, and no one else, no ensemble members were playing other monkeys, so it was just me and a couple PNGs of drawn flying monkeys. And so, like, I crushed it. That's been my favorite role of all time. There's been no other role to top me playing Nico yet, and I doubt there ever will be. Nico was so fun, and I'm so sad that we had to do it over the computer because I loved him so much. And basically all my lines, I didn't have any like word lines. All my lines were like monkey noises, and it was great. And then at the same time, I had a play going on called She Kills Monsters. It's a D&D, it's a play about D&D, so yeah. I played one of the bad guys. I played an evil cheerleader, devil person who fought using dance moves. That was an okay role. Nothing too notable about that, except I was the understudy for the lead, and we had an understudy show, so I got to be the lead for one night, but And then I have to say the best show I'll ever be in. Nico was the best role I ever did. The best show I've ever been in with the program is called And the World Goes Round, and it's a jukebox musical, which means that there's no storyline per se. It's just a whole bunch of songs, and they're like, hey, make it happen. And so I played an adult who worked at a coffee shop, who would not actually do my job, but sit there and text, not even my boyfriend, text this guy I was using to cheat on my husband with. I have a husband and 2 kids, and I don't pay any mind to them because before and after work every day, I go and I pay this guy to have fun with me. And, you know, it be like that sometimes. This girl gave up her depression meds and decided to do this. And apparently this has been working according to her song called Arthur in the Afternoon. I based my whole character off of this one song, and I have no regrets. This was the best show ever, and I wish I might spend a whole Our Monday video in the future just diving deep into the show because it deserves that. It deserves multiple videos, actually. And then I also did a play called Valor and the Curse of Fate at the same time as And the World Goes Round, and it was okay. I played a really lame character, and I hated playing her, to be honest, but her costume looked like the mom from The Trail to Oregon by Star Kid, so I didn't mind because I got to make cosplay TikToks and cosplay videos in that costume and be okay with that. Now, for this fall of sophomore year, I wasn't allowed to do the play and a musical at the same time, so I'm doing the Frozen musical. I'm playing Sven. We'll have to see how that turns out. I'll probably make a video with behind-the-scenes stuff, like the week of and the couple weeks after we have that show. Thank you all so much for watching. If you'd like to help support St. Jude Charity Hospital, you could click my live link in the description to watch my lives every Saturday where I do charity streams for St. Jude. You can also visit my Etsy shop. Visits help boost my shop, but you can also buy something, and that really helps. And yeah, my social media links are also in the description below, like my TikTok where I make cosplay videos, Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. So make sure to check that out, and like always, do your best.